Hello, welcome back to Rome, Total Realism, Imperium Surrectum. We're playing as Athens. In episode 1, we've taken a huge chunk of land, I believe 6 settlements off of the Antigonids, yeah. And we would like to continue in this direction, get Ellis, but right now we're going to leave the Antigonids here and here as a fort wall against Sparta, who has killed the Messene. This map is outdated. Because we need to deal with our former allies, the Boeotians. Obviously, they didn't actually attack us, they thought better of it, but the fact they're in my land with their whole army does speak ill of their intentions, doesn't it? Now, we're going to need to siege both Tanagra and Thebes before the field battle to make sure that the enemy doesn't retreat into the city. So we're going to start the war now. This could have been an offensive war, but they've just sort of screwed around and wasted their time, so this is what's happening, I guess. And what we can do is I think we can get Corinth, yeah, to be fine without a garrison this turn. And then this missile cav can come up and siege Thebes as well. And then we can have this whole army come forward here, meet up with the Athenian hoplites, who are obviously, their garrison departing is going to leave the settlement a bit angry, same with Megara, and most certainly with Piraeus, but we'll sort all of that out after the battle. And looking at the army that we're left with, it's not particularly impressive, and they're definitely going to stand and fight this. First, let's swing at them, withdraw, and take a look at the army they actually have now that we know who it is. That is a lot of bad missile units. That does not bode well for them. The Boeotian hoplites are better than my own, and the Boeotian Thurio are probably just a downgrade in their hoplites, really. 1 melee attack is not worth 3 defense. But still, I had the infantry superiority in terms of numbers by a huge margin, so it should be completely fine. This honestly looks like a pretty easy fight. Let's get right into it. Huh, this is an interesting map feature. Seems a little bit in the bloody way, doesn't it? I think the only sensible thing to do is to post up on the high grounds. Skirmishers on the flank, as that will be their job very shortly. Pull this out wider, start battle, come forward. We don't even see them, they posted up on the opposite side. So I'll be back with you in quite a while, because it turns out we're going to be waiting for fatigue. Looking at the formation, their epilectoi must be in these trees, because they wouldn't be further back in the cav. And I have my guys fairly close in the woods. If they don't respond appropriately to this, or forget in the future, I can probably just kill those missile cav. My general needs to move back a bit, for obvious reasons. There we go, now we're actually heading into what we were supposed to be the first time. Bit embarrassing, but it's fine. I'm like a dog hiding behind a lamppost over here, man. If I put my hoplites here, did they successfully hide? Because that would be very funny. Let's just start with a simple thing. These javelins should be moving through the forest in stealth. There's no reason not to. We are fully on the edge of the map, it seems. We're good on fatigue, and I suspect it's time to bring my hoplites forward. This might start the fight. They also might all hide. I don't know which. So what does the AI think to do now? Where am I? Who knows? So I think what I want to do here is just issue attack commands on everything except the general. Although the Achaeonists are going to run away successfully, almost guaranteed, so it's not a huge amount of point in it. It's probably better off just running forward and then microing later. And once we see the rotation happening and everyone moving in the correct directions, we just take the charge here on their cav. This might get nothing done, I don't know yet. We need to hold the Achaeonists until their cavalry are committed to something. Their cavalry are moving pretty sensibly right now. But again, this is all fine. Their jabs and their spears aren't really moving towards my generals, so I can keep that charge going if none of this is going to react. Blow the horn, make sure he's nowhere near the front line. That's my alarm, it's time to wake up. All right, getting back to this. It looks like we're in the Achaeonists as well, which is fantastic for us. Attack here, attack here, attack here, run forward here. Achaeonists are clearly free. Back off on all of my cav, because the Thurio are getting too close. You guys can fire at will at this point. It was just Achaeonists in melee range? Surprised they did that well. Right, go for the prodrome away. Where are my jabs? Here. Run after that. There's no reason for you to stay here and fight it. Just throw your jabs here. Actually, you're fighting that one, I guess. This is the Thurio, no, the hoplites. My hoplites. Interesting, because I told you to attack the Thurio. I must have accidentally boxed them previously when I was going for the prodrome away. Don't know how else that could have happened. Right, cool. We don't want to throw any more jabs there. We want to throw them. Realistically, at the Greek archers is a waste of my time. Yeah, we just want to start moving through. Because this should all route pretty easily. These guys have trash morale guaranteed. There we go, fucking finally. Send my generals to the next one while these guys run down the Greek archers. Their general bodyguard is charging into my hoplites. You love to see it. Get this moving through. It looks like the Thuriophorai are doing that fun thing that enemies do where they just ignore your units and walk past them. Hate that. Hopefully my units don't actually catch up and get involved. Okay, good. The second one seems to have gotten confused. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, hopefully. We've dealt with most of their range units. This needs to back off because they're just walking away from me again. It's so frustrating. I just can't. Oh, I hate that the AI does that so much. All right, get over here. This is all close enough to wiped out. We really just don't want to kill the general. That's all we have to do is not kill the general. All of this, get on top of that. Don't walk away. I don't know what's going on there, but it's not helpful. Let's try this again, see if we can't throw javelins this time or if bullshit happens again. The 3 or 4 are winded. We can't charge that yet. Huh, so that's how you're fighting, is it? Actually come fight them, though. That would be helpful. Here, we have good jabs at their back. We don't need to get any closer. I imagine he's withdrawing. Yeah, that's perfect. That's completely fine. He can leave. Although, no one else gets to leave. Run that down. The Prodromoi might accidentally kill him. They were coming surprisingly close. Had me nervous. That's routed. You guys come over here and help now. And you guys probably just stop. I think you're done for the fight. We'll triple speed it here as we wait for this last guy to rout. There we go. We're gonna continue. They all need to be done. So taking a look at this, we've lost about 140 men. Not too bad. Wiped out all their army. They're left with 6 members of the general's unit, which is going to be used for a forced draw out immediately on one of their settlements nearby. Did he retreat past both of them? That rat. I didn't even know this was an option. Well, no forced draw out today, I guess. Both armies need a total of 300 men. Also, we have other issues at hand as well. This needs to go to low taxes. Piraeus is so close to okay, it hurts. This finishes at the end turn, and they're okay. Piraeus is fine. Cannot say the same thing for Megara. 1 Akantisai and 1 Phalanx, I think, is enough for this to get up to a battering ram, correct? There are 3 guys in there. They do need more, both for the siege and just to build the ram. I think it's pretty obvious that we're going to be doing this and sending this guy to get retrained in Athens, although he might be a garrison briefly first. He doesn't need to be a garrison for a hot second instead. That's got them sorted. Even higher taxes than I expected. I mean, obviously both just take a general, right? Guaranteed. So I send 1 general, and that's probably enough because they were at 300. Yeah, they can build the ram now. And rather than reinforcing more, what we want to do is just come over with the other army. It's a relatively small region. We have the mobility. There's only 2 guys in there and they suck. So that's pretty easy to sort, I think. There's an argument to sending this, not sending a general. I'd be worried about getting an attack here. 1 unit of Prodromoi, like a singular guy, huh? I guess he lived in the last fight. Yeah, we're gonna join up here at Thebes. We have to worry about a Sally coming from Orchomenus, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There are no mercenaries available, so that's not a thing I need to think about. Probably have to think about how I can't afford to build shit, but oh well. Shrine to Nemesis and Corinth. Actually, with a Shrine to Nemesis and Corinth, oh, there's nothing cheap at this one though. The market's only 2,000, but I look at the return on investment and it's trash. Yeah, I sit on that. That's not efficient enough for me to justify building in the first place. And Shrine to Nemesis up here as well. So we're almost building everywhere. Are we recruiting everywhere? Yes, wonderful. Although maybe not for boats. Boats are not on the same timer. Argus needs to build a boat. Piraeus needs to build a boat. And speaking of, I have 3 boats blockaded in a port by 1 man. So I'm gonna bring up this boat to assist. But I can't merge it, and I'm worried it's gonna like get its own experience and be a hassle for me. It's not gonna do that, right? Boats are just gonna work and it's gonna make sense, right? No boats died, wonderful. Merge? Good, thank God. I just expected it to say no because it's so prone to doing that, but I hate boats. Admirals are so jank. Anyway, we can make it all the way up to the next port to pick up units. Can we get to the correct port? We can. So we're gonna come here, we're going to retrain the boats. We're gonna pick up 4 units and bring them down shortly. You know, if someone were gonna land for a naval invasion this turn, it'd be pretty awkward, because they would just take Piraeus instantly. Athens is finishing a unit, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be. We're fine, we're fine. I think that's everything. Spies, maps, and diplomats. And now it's time to sell these maps. Let's get to it. Right, I might have a hard time getting through this area. I remember this in my last game. But trade rights, map info. I think this is a great map, easily a 1,500 denarii map.
Leave us be.
Okay. Wait, is Corinth okay without these guys, or do they barely need them? They barely need them. So there's no way for me to get the guys in Megara retrained this turn, which I think means we are well and truly done with the turn. Oh, hey Sparta. I see you finally shown up to the party. Oh, shit. We're fine. We're dealing with the Boeotian League on time. It's not an issue, really. It is scary, though. The Acarnanian League is down. Not too surprised to hear that's happened. That's unfortunate. I don't have enough of those guys floating around. All right. This army's not gonna have the movement speed I thought it would. Actually, it's the other army. Looks like it's still relatively fine. We might not be fighting Sparta this turn, but we need to retrain afterwards probably anyway. That is unfortunate. Anyone show up for adoption? Good. Welcome to the party. You should be at Athens, right? Yes, excellent. Anyway, new faction leader is this man, and we want to make our heir whoever is basically the youngest general that we have, right? That's pretty much my criteria. I hate that my family tree has multiple tabs and it's not just one family tree. This is so cumbersome to go through. I guess my faction leader had no direct descendants and he's done being a part of this forever. Heraclius is going to come of age within the next 4 turns. And there's really no one else who's describable as young. So I'm going to not worry about it for now. I'm going to make the faction heir whoever's going to be leading armies, most likely. Which is going to be this guy by process of elimination, maybe? Who knows? For now, let's get through some sieges. I won't be getting man of the hour here. And I won't need it either. Let's just get this assault done. It's going to be very easy. I can just right click with both spearmen and then they lose. I can just triple speed this after giving only 3 commands total. Oh, they're immediately coming to fight me, which is a little bit weird. We're gonna send the attack command here and the other one will make his way around the flank shortly. And yeah, this is the 3 commands I was talking about. Break the gate, attack 1, attack 2. That'll be the whole ass battle. They're just not particularly well equipped in this game of rock, paper, scissors. Yep, that'll be it. All right, Thebes is down. Population is small enough that enslaving shouldn't cause any problems, I hope. I don't really have any reason to believe that. I have no math, but it worked out. Let's destroy this Boeotian recruitment, that's for damn sure. And for once, I would actually consider keeping the recruitment buildings, but they don't have any. So, I guess not.
Sir, sir.
Leave behind Javcav for a second. Happiness actually looks great on those guys, like they don't even need a garrison. Sign me up, that's wonderful news. This should be a fairly easy siege. We're just gonna bring them in as reinforcements and take our time with it. They do have 2 full units of hoplites. That is the worst case scenario, but it's fine. Let me tell you, it's taken a hot second, but the ram has finally reached the 2nd gate because obviously we don't want to run in like this. All right, we've got it inside the walls, so we have a great position here to run around and do flanks. The enemy doesn't seem to respect us, though. All right, now we have movement. The question is where they're gonna go. All back to the square, apparently. Cowards. Just running my cav around to see if they'll send like 1 unit this way, because I know when I walk up to here, everyone's gonna run at them. All right, good, good, good. They've got 1 unit coming towards the cav, wasting time. That's what I wanted. That'll let us get the rest of this forward. And these javelins don't matter at all. They're just here. They're having a time. And this can retreat. There's no intent to fighting hoplites here whatsoever. The phalanx has formed the box, as always. Their general's cab is just hanging out. My Jav cab will lose men because they have decided to. Wait, they might be pathfinding geniuses. They've made it out alive. Hats off to you boys, I'm impressed. Bring my general around here so that when this inevitably routes, I can try to run it down later. And these guys need to keep on running. We're just gonna head down to the opposite side of the wall there. Attack here, close the box. Their cav is doing stuff, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'd appreciate if they could just stand still and die quietly, but no one ever seems to want to do that. They all play the hard game. That's the full surround. These Javelineers really need to actually follow my orders carefully here, otherwise, okay, no, the cav stopped. They're good. I was gonna try to route them around the side or wait here and see which direction the cav went, but the cav have given up, so we're fine. This is just gonna be triple speed as we wait for the hoplites to grind down for a little bit. Although our general should run out like this. Not quite sure what's going on here. Their cav coming for me? Could be. Let's send my general away then. No, their cav is making the wonderful decision to go for the hoplites. By the way, back off in case I'm wrong about that. You guys, get on the point, because they've given up the point and this may come down to a grind fest. You, just turn and attack the other one, because I know you can. You're basically barely engaged. No reason to be pincered when you could be winning. Beat's almost a certainty, but it's not yet a certainty. You, just come over and help. Like, this is fine. This one can take the position you were in. We can actually fight this pretty efficiently. We have the unit count to do it. Now that you're here, take that attack command, and this one's not done yet. Keep running. And now it's time to grind. I can try to run these around. It's not going to get there in time. I know it's not, but I can try. No point in like charging their general's cav, although I could come here to try to distract. I don't think it'll work, but I may as well attempt it. If you ever end up in range of anything, fire at will should be on. Same with these guys, but again, that won't be happening. And yeah, we're in the grind now. It's just wait for King of the Hill to finish this. I'm surprised they think victory is almost a certainty. Like, that does seem genuinely wrong to me. Hey, General, you come up here so I can bring down the cavalry to throw spears in their backs. That seems like obviously better, right? But yeah, the cavalry actually throwing their javelins into the backs of the enemy seems like an unambiguously good thing that I should be doing, as opposed to just letting them sit there and not do it. Hey, just stop whatever you're doing and throw the jabs now, okay? You don't want to? No, that's unfortunate, because you have to. Because the javelin should deal really solid damage. We're throwing them directly into the rear. And as these get into the same pathfinding nightmare, we're going to tell them to stop and give them the throw command. And the Boeotian 34 are down to 94. They're very tired. A charge could do it at this point if everything's very tired. But we may as well empty our javelins completely before we even attempt this. And our Akantiste are getting into position, surprisingly enough. But I don't think there's a reason to risk the charge, right? Because by the time the charge can happen, they're shaken. They're back to steady instantly. They did not stay at shaken for long. Holy shit. I almost launched the charge on shaken, and then it just was like, actually, nah, we're fine. Wavering, give it a shot, boys. See if you can't save us a minute of wounds. Yes. Go for the general now. Because we killed the general, the chain route will definitely reach this guy. Take all of this and have all of it focus fire the general. I was right to look for that shaken and to go for it a second time. I just was surprised it went back to steady briefly. Hey, back off so that this can route. Because right now they're finding the death because they don't know what else to do. Looks like they're still fighting to the death. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I managed to reduce the wounds we've taken by a lot. All of you go for this instead. Cav, make sure that no one actually gets out. They appear to have hit themselves with the javelins. Beautiful. Or maybe these guys hit them with javelins. I don't know which. There we go. That was still the timer, but I think we saved ourselves some wounds by going in with the cavalry. Not certain. Seemed like it was good, but I could have been wrong. That wasn't the timer. The prodrome helped, and I robbed them of the credit because I don't respect them. This is a lot of population to enslave, and it could cause problems, but I also need that population. All right, we're good so far. We want to keep that barracks, but not the stables. Megara's pissed, but not really. Argus is fine. Hermione and Trojan's fine. Everything seems good. So we take this whole army, we jump out the city, and are they okay? They're right on the threshold of okay. They're so close to okay. But no, they're not okay. I have no shit unit to put there either. This hoplite obviously comes here and we besiege the Boeotian League. We have to finish them off. Spartan just gets to be in our land for a turn. That's sort of upsetting, but non-negotiable. Megara's at 62. They might riot, but I need this soldier right now, so I don't care. Additionally, I do have some things like this spy that I've forgotten about. Hi there. I think I'm gonna use this spy to spy on the Peloponnese right now, actually. See what's going on around here. No garrison, bad garrison. Coming down here. No garrison, no garrison. It's a shame I didn't know they were on the boats and have ability to deal with that last turn. But it's fine. This army's trash. I'll beat it in the field once the fight actually happens. Can they get to Argos like this? They're stuck in zone of control no matter which way they go. They cannot get to Argos this turn, so I don't need to garrison it. He would be going to Megara to prevent the riot there. Piraeus is fine. Tangra is not. Or Tanagra, rather. I've removed a letter there. This obviously needs to be retrained. We obviously start the next ones everywhere, and we pray to God we have money to do such a thing. We do. Wonderful. I've been not really paying a whole lot of attention to some things. Like, I don't look at my wounds, I don't look at my income. I'm just like playing sort of fast and loose here.
Yes, sir.
With this navy, we no longer need to worry about like dropping them off anywhere. We have the strongest navy in the Aegean by far, or at least we fucking should.
Ships ready.
This can come straight down at the fastest pace it can manage.
Set sail. Set sail.
Hey there, Antigonets. You having fun? Seems like you're stuck on the island, aren't you? This general's gonna make it so that Tanagra doesn't riot this turn. I think he needs to do that, and they'll be okay in the near future. Do I want to retrain a troop here? I mean, I may as well just like do this and see what I'm actually left with. 44 guys. The cavalry doesn't need to be retrained, but this is enough that it's worth doing because of the looming war with Athens. And this Greek hoplite's pretty much dead. It can go back and wait for the boats. This has no value in the city. It needs to be retrained. All told, I'm not too worried about what I've been seeing down here in Sparta. It seems like I'm probably going to be okay. I should look at Ellis in the Achaean League, see how that's going, because there's probably a war there that I'm not paying any attention to. Anyways, let's get the last siege against the Boeotian League going. We should be able to handle this no issues whatsoever, because yes, they do have 6 units, but we already know that 2 of them are basically nothing. Oh, they have 7 units. I'm bad at counting. But still, we know 2 of them are nothing, and it's a city siege where the player can manipulate things. We should be good. And theoretically, I could hire the mercenary hoplites next turn. Not that I'll have any money, but still. Don't like the other family member standing out in the open with 4 command stars. I'm glad he's not giving it to the people in the city, but I wasn't aware he was there. If I had known about this, I'd have gone for the forced draw out this turn instead. He can just take Thebes. Yeah, that guy's a problem. He can take multiple cities this turn. He wasn't supposed to be a random guy just standing outside the city, exactly outside of my line of sight. I'm also shocked that was outside of my line of sight. I could fort wall him. I could do that, but I think I have to go attack this guy. I don't think I have a counter option, but I don't have an army to do it with because he has 40 people in that unit. Oh, it's so frustrating. Why are you not in the city? I think the only play is to come make an emergency fort for 1 turn right here and let Tanagra riot. I don't see what else I can do about this guy. So Tanagra just has to riot because this has to happen, and the alternative is... Are you really in requirement? You're so close to not rioting. They're at 70%. I think it's the best I can do to manage this. I don't like spending the money on this fort, obviously, but there's really not an alternative. Anyways, back to my favorite hobby, making and selling maps. And of course, we need to make a good map of the Black Sea as well, which requires us to actually get to the Black Sea. I appear to have gotten stuck on somebody. Come on, get through it. I believe in you. And this spy will start making his way through, I guess, northern Anatolia? Not sure. No, I want to go through southern Anatolia, because the Black Sea guy will eventually get around to northern Anatolia. And now we can start trying to sell maps to anyone and everyone who will give me the time of day. 1,500 over 5 turns.
Would you consider?
You're really not getting it, man. All right, look, how about this? How about this? I will sell you just the trade rights for a measly $100.
Would you consider?
All right,
our
sure.
thanks?
Now that we've gotten off on the right foot and we're trading with one another, would you like to buy a map for $1,200?
Regretfully,
Man, you're a real
we
piece of
must
shit.
decline. Regretfully, we
They
must
will not give
decline.
me anything for a map, apparently. I don't know why they won't. I think I might know. They might not have any money, because this is generous.
Leave us be.
Yeah, no. They have no money. I think that's the only way I can make sense of them refusing to talk to me right now. Very funny. Well, let's go down to Pergamum and hope they have money. Also, I don't see their military, which has me anxious. 1,500 for trade rights and map info. What do you say? Yeah, I thought that was fair. Let's see if we can't get 1,800 out of this tribe.
most generous
We
proposal.
can. We'll continue making our way north. There are factions up here I didn't get trade rights with. I could make another diplomat to send them that way. I don't know that that will actually be a good thing. But I can also, with that diplomat I'm making, resell my maps in the Peloponnese. They're much better maps now. Doesn't everyone want to buy another map from me? Yeah, okay, that makes it worth it. I can sell my maps again to all of this. Provided Spartan doesn't dow me this term, which they probably will. This is the most upsetting fort I've ever had to make. This is just stupid. Why are you not in the town? Anyway, technically, there are some people who are rioting and I'm not building everywhere, but I'm also out of money, so it's sort of a moot point. Let's see what comes in the next turn. Oh, cool, excellent. We're fighting to the death because you just always fight to the death now with these, and despite the fact we outnumbered them with directly superior ships, because 3 bronze chevrons is equivalent to gold plus morale benefits and other things like that. Yeah, we're still losing, or, you know, I call this losing in VeryHard. I'm gonna be so angry. Thank God. Thank God.
The sea is ours!
I was braced to be furious. Like, that would fix our economy pretty fast, but I wasn't looking. What the fuck? So are they going to attack again? So the Antigonid's entire navy's in the neighborhood. Maybe our navy's not as strong as I thought it was, and it's weird that it's not dead. Okay, didn't know that. My bad. All right, Sparta, let's see it. I assume you're laying siege to something. I figured. Now, technically we share no border, so they might actually be willing to instantly peace out with us. It's a weird thing that happens. Oh no, we do share a border. Technically Sparta and Argos are on borders. Even though they're not actually passable borders and it's all mountains, they probably won't peace out then. But when you get navally invaded by someone like Pergamon, you can actually just immediately ask them for a ceasefire and they'll consider that generous. So I was hoping that would happen with Sparta, but I don't think that's actually an option, unfortunately. Oh, hey, we unlocked the Athenian reforms. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even consider looking for those when I was talking about how shit our roster was. Let's take a look at the Athenian reforms. There is 2 reforms. We unlocked Theriophoroi, just the basic normal Greek Theriophoroi. Cool. And someday in the distant future, we'll get more units. Now that said, basic bitch Theriophoroi is still a meaningful step up. Compared to the Athenian hoplites, it has 2 more attack, 3 less defense, but also javelins, and can be retrained pretty much anywhere, not just at really advanced settlements. I think it actually might not be true. Oh, wait, nope, it looks like I'm gonna need tier 3 for Theriophoroi, meaning I can't recruit them anywhere and it's not actually helpful, damn. So, you know, after our first reforms, we have successfully unlocked the ability to build a completely generic Greek unit available in most settlements. That's embarrassing for us. We will accept this candidate for adoption. I assume he shows up at Athens as always, yep. All right, let's take a look at this naval disaster. All my boats are mangled. They've got a bunch of boats here.
Ready to sail!
I could come up and try to get this one, but I think the sane thing to do is to come down and drop off the army. And then we're going to get this new guy, pick up the new boats, retrain our current boats. We have 2 spearmen, 2 javelins. That's not going to be enough to deal with the army that is here. Let's just drop off the army, pick up the damaged guy.
Yes, Captain! Sir, ships ready!
Get in the port at Piraeus. I hate boats so much every time I have to do the janky control to get things merged properly because there's an admiral involved. Anyway, new boats, very important. Actually, we have 2 more hoplites and a commander here in Athens. If we were to take all this down, Athens is fine.
Ready to sail! Sir! Ready to sail! Yes, sir!
Yeah, I'm thinking that if we put all of this in the boat, that's just a whole ass army. And we can bring this down to here. Pick up the commander at Trozon, right? And then make this attack, which is probably not happening this episode. I'm just over an hour, so I want to call it here. But that's a fight I can definitely control, right? I should have looked at what it was in his army as a test fight first, but yeah, it doesn't even have a general. What the hell? It's even worse than the normal Spartan army. Okay, so yeah, that's easily manageable. We have the Boeotian fight as well. Because I'm gonna save and quit after this, I'm going to do all of my map stuff now with the diplomats for fear that it will all snap in half later. So I should sell the map after I make the map. Let's get the order, right? Just a quick and moderately embarrassing question for Sparta over here, right? Do you want peace? Do you regret what you've done?
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
Yes, they do. All right, I'm gonna leave this diplomat. All right, we're gonna do the fight with Sparta now. We're gonna do the fight with Sparta now because I need to wipe this out before I sue them for peace. Not letting this live. Let's do this episode then. Knowing how shit that army is, it's a very easy fight, and I don't feel like it's gonna take too long, unlike the siege. With cavalry on the wing with the skirmishers, melee in a line. We assume that at the top of the hill we move to that side immediately. Start battle.
Your reinforcements have arrived.
All right, I have reinforcements. Forgot about that.
Indeed.
So my whole army is hidden, and in a few seconds their whole army will be hidden, and then we can go back to being very confused about what the hell is happening. I'm gonna put my cavalry on a different wing than the skirmishers, considering the way this battle is looking like it's gonna go, which is a absolute clusterfuck. That's the way it's looking like it's gonna go. It's just gonna be an absolute mess. No, you don't see me. I'm in the trees. I'm not in the trees. I thought I'd be in the trees. This guy doesn't like to hide. I wonder why. It's not going well for him. You should consider hiding next time. You can stay out in the open, I guess, since for some reason you don't hide. Anyway, everyone else is back at full stamina, so let's get running forward. If you're thinking I should use loose formation because there's so many ranged units, you're crazy. That will make me die much faster because we won't be using our shields as effectively. So, we're gonna not be in loose formation. We're gonna do the best we can outside of that. Bring this around to the back, I guess. I don't quite know where their hoplites are. The Spartan cavalry don't matter to me. There's helot javelins, helot slingers. Wait a second, is there an option to hide trees? Hide foliage. Hold up, I'm having a hard time understanding what hide foliage does then. I don't know, it should be hiding foliage and it isn't. I got nothing. Anyway, on with the show. Let's continue running at them. I think we just give the full command to charge there and like split it up a little bit to the right and to the left. Try to not get too boxed up. Continue running forward on this. Continue running forward on the side with the javelin men. Continue running generally towards them on this general. It's pretty hard to tell exactly what's supposed to be happening here since I can't hide the trees. I just know there are spears somewhere. And I mean, that's a good summary of Greece. There are spears somewhere, but it's not helpful. Helot javelins and slingers in the back. I can just charge that, and it will eventually get met by this charge as well. Run forward here. Looks like we have a bunch of people here that are going to be meeting up with these light cav. Helot archers are not getting caught here, but we can throw jabs at them. Helot javelins here can get caught by both of these. I have all my family members group up here. Oh, there's the spearmen. They're right next to my cav. That's a bit nerve-wracking, but we seem to have been fine. Oh wait, what are you on? What are you fighting? Oh, you're fighting helot slingers. That's fine by me. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. What's happening here? Am I being charged by slingers? Backspace javelin. Throw in melee, I don't care. The AI does it, we'll do it too. Backspace javelin again, it routed them instantly. Hold up, I've lost track of my generals. Where in the trees are the generals? Can't even see unit flags anymore. Okay, so you're here, they're there. Cool. Do we need to run them down to the last man? No. We want to group up for another charge at something. Probably this once it seems like it's losing. What are you fighting? Javelin men? Yeah, no, everyone work that way. I think they'll be fine. Anyway, back to the grind. Unpause this. Halt, throw into melee on the javelin men over here. They'll probably rout pretty instantly when this happens. Come on, throw them. They're lasting longer than I would have expected them to. Still not going great for them. Alright, that's wonderful. Hold up, hold up. Where even is the enemy general? I can't see anything, so I just have to spam pause in this fight. My cav are here. The spearmen are there. They still think victory is certain. Let's not go for that then. Let's go for these Helid archers. And there's actually a lot more Helid archers that are routing over here that we want to run down as well. We've routed that, so start throwing at the other slinger now. That's more javelin men. This guy can rout, don't care. It's just impossible to see anything because of these damn trees. We are throwing at the jabs like I wanted to, though. That's what really matters. These are the horses? No, they're not. How dead is this? 38? Not dead enough. Keep fighting it. These guys run down those Helid jabs. What are you still fighting? 7 Helid archers. Just melee attack those guys. Don't waste your jabs. Get over here. You try to circle around a little bit. This must be running down something. Might come back to this 33. I imagine they've mostly run this down already. Down to 18. Good enough. That's stupid. Finish running them down. I just hate controlling this because we're in the trees and it's making me make bad decisions. Like this, I didn't even know if we were fighting anyone anymore. Just awkward to look at everything. Cool, surround them. Half of you go for them instead. This is pretty much completely run down now, down to 9. There's like no one there, it's one guy, don't worry about them. This is all but one. I'll be back with you at the end screen, so just waiting for that hoplite to rout now, really. Alright, 670 remaining, lost around 100 men, but wiped out damn near the whole army and all of their spearmen. Alright, so that's the full stack wipe, and it looks like we're also completely out of movement on the army that came from the boats. That's fine, though. So right, yes, hello, Sparta. About the very generous ceasefire, just how generous would you say it is? It's still generous if I just like, hey, give me $5,000 and I won't wipe you out right now. Yeah, thanks for the money, Sparta. Good invasion. That's very funny. Alright, so, with Sparta's first doomed invasion sorted, this guy might be able to keep Trojan happy just by being a garrison. He can. This army's not getting wherever it's going this turn no matter what.
Ready to sail.
Oh, you're not getting back to a port anymore. Shit. That's really bad. Okay, but if I select any individual ship, it can make it back, but not the whole navy. How is this possible? Okay, I'm moving them back one at a time, because that's what the game wants me to do. Don't believe Big Mastodon's lies about the mobility of your navy. Oh, now you can't get in. That's cool. Everyone else still has plenty of movement left, so you can go in on your... Oh, you don't have movement anymore. It's just him. Okay, cool. That's fine. Have I set myself up to be forced draw out by the enemy? Sort of, yeah, sort of. But we can retrain these and defend, so it's not as bad. Definitely feel like my navy's in a little bit of danger going into next turn, but it's probably fine, I hope. This army is obviously going to need to send some of this back to get retrained, but we're just trying to keep our boats alive right now, because it turns out there's like 4 antiquated boats right there. Hope they don't all get in one navy and come straight down for me, but it might happen. Right, so I was originally just selling maps before the turn ended, but then Sparta did stupid things, and I had to kill Sparta. Let's finish selling maps. I will sell you trade rights and a really cool new map for the incredibly fair price of 1,000 denarii. You think that's demanding? 500 seems balanced.
Dear friend.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, I'm going to accept this alliance and the trade rights and the money. But about the map, I wanted to sell you that you just sort of stop talking about. Like, it is a good map. You don't want the map. That's okay. Because truth be told, I don't want the alliance. Gonna try to get the updated map sold to Ellis for 400.
Regretfully,
they don't want it.
We must decline.
What about the Achaean League? Also, how are the wars looking over here? Seems like the Achaean League is getting absolutely nothing done.
Regretfully,
Well, no one
we
wants the
must
map this
decline.
turn, but maybe next turn. 1,600 for trade rights in the
A
map.
most generous proposal.
So we're going to start trying to sell it for more after this one. Hey, look at this. They've also got an owl for a flag. You'd make great allies if it didn't look like you were going to be dead very soon. I'm considering asking for an upfront payment because I don't know that you'll be around to pay the rest of this, but what about 2,000?
Regretfully,
Fair
we
enough.
must decline.
They don't seem to have any money, so I might only
A
be able to get
most
600 out of them.
generous proposal.
I tried to get a lot of stuff, but they kept saying, no, we're bankrupt and dying. Please leave us alone. We don't have money for a map of a distant land. Which, you know, fair, I guess. Anyway, let's see if we can get 2,000 out of
Would you
Egypt.
consider
I mean, shit, I'll take that. That's really
our
good still.
thanks?
And here's Rhodes as well. I would love to get trade rights with them in the turns before I kill them.
A most
Got it for
generous
1,600
proposal.
from them. Nice. I don't think there's going to be anyone else down here. I think this is all going to be like an Antigonid settlement here and then just Egyptians until we hit Seleucids. So we actually want to cut north now and try to go talk to like the Galatians, I guess.
Yes, my lord.
And that's all of our spies, all of our diplomats. We're going to need alliance and tatters twice. Oh! Sparta broke their alliance with the Antigonids to become my ally, and then I just told them to fuck off immediately. That's great. I love that. Anyway, we'll pick up next time with, I think all that's left in this turn is the infrastructure and the siege of Boeotia, then trying to get stuff retrained to come down to a war with probably Elis is where I'll start this if I'm given the choice. Might have to go straight for Sparta. We'll see how it plays. But for now, I'm done. I've been having a blast with Athens. The Blitz has been going really well. Although the first episode definitely got more done faster. The second episode I had to deal with a naval invasion here. Tons of Macedonian navies, the Boeotian betrayal. This is going to need a second to regroup, and then we're going to probably knock out all of this in 1 or 2 more episodes. Anyways, for now, I'm done. I hope you've been enjoying it as much as I have. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Evan and Jeffrey B. And I'll see all of you in the next one.